Hello Earthlings, please enjoy this short story. Title: Wife wants me to reject job where X works. I'm a 36-year-old man currently facing a challenging decision, and I'm seeking some impartial advice, particularly from married women, to help me navigate this situation. My career is in a specialized area of the tech industry. Due to some issues at my present job, I recently started exploring opportunities at other companies. During the interview process at one potential employer, I unexpectedly encountered Abby, an ex-girlfriend from 14 years ago. Abby and I had a 3-year relationship which ended on good terms. Our paths diverged when I chose further education over settling down. After our breakup, I remained friends with Abby, albeit with occasional benefits, until I met my wife a year later. I disclosed all details of this past relationship to my wife early in our dating phase. She expressed discomfort with my ongoing friendship with Abby, so, valuing my relationship with my wife, I decided to end my friendship with Abby, who was initially confused but ultimately understood my decision. Abby and I haven't communicated since then. Fast forward to the present, my wife and I have been happily married for 11 years and have a delightful toddler. During my job interview, Abby was one of the panelists. We managed to keep our interaction strictly professional, and shortly afterward, I received a job offer from this company. This position involves middle management, with Abby directly reporting to me. I've disclosed our past relationship to the hiring manager, who didn't see it as an issue. I also have 2 other job offers. After negotiating with all 3 companies, the first company, the one Abby works for, is offering to pay me nearly $80,000 more than the others. Despite the significant financial incentive, my wife reminded me of my promise to avoid any contact with Abby, advocating instead for me to accept the second highest offer. She argues that managing Abby would be inappropriate and awkward given our history, especially since transferring Abby to another team isn't feasible due to the niche nature of our work. She emphasizes that while she trusts me, she would feel uncomfortable with me spending time with Abby, particularly during mandatory monthly team travels. While I see her perspective and understand her discomfort, the higher salary and the professional growth opportunities at the first company are incredibly appealing. The position promises substantial financial security and career advancement for me, which I believe would benefit our family immensely. I'm torn between honoring my wife's feelings and pursuing a significant career opportunity. Would I be wrong to accept the first job offer? How can I reconcile my professional ambitions with my commitment to my wife's comfort and our family's well-being? Update. Despite receiving advice against it, my main intention in seeking feedback was to find arguments to convince my wife that accepting the job would be the right move. Although I've always been trustworthy, apart from one incident a long time ago, I felt conflicted about letting an old connection affect significant decisions that could benefit our family. This past Friday, my wife and I had an opportunity to talk extensively while our child was away on a playdate. Many commenters suggested that my wife's discomfort might stem from the fact that Abby and I continued as friends with benefits after our breakup. During our discussion, my wife admitted feeling somewhat insecure about Abby, particularly because our breakup wasn't definitive and I had residual feelings for Abby when I first met my wife. I had resolved these issues with Abby before pursuing my relationship with my wife, who only agreed to date me after I committed to cutting ties with Abby. In our conversation, I reassured my wife of my unwavering loyalty and commitment to our family. I promised to uphold strict professional boundaries with all my direct reports, Abby included. I expressed concern that foregoing this career opportunity because of Abby might feel like a lack of trust from my wife, regardless of my actions. To my relief, my wife affirmed her trust in me. She encouraged me to accept the job offer but suggested establishing clear guidelines about my interactions with Abby, such as limiting communication to professional contexts and ensuring transparency in all dealings with her. Interestingly, after Abby reached out over LinkedIn to reflect on our meeting during the interview, I immediately informed my wife, following her guidance to keep communication open and restricted to professional networks. As the deadline to accept the job offer approached, an unexpected development occurred at my current job. Knowing I had other offers, my current employer invited me for a discussion and offered to match the salary from Abby's company, minus a slight difference, and promised a promotion when a director-level position became available. This resolution was incredibly satisfying as it not only addressed my career advancement and financial needs but also alleviated the personal concerns involving Abby. I've decided to stay with my current employer. My wife is thrilled with this outcome, and I feel relieved and happy to secure a raise and a forthcoming promotion while maintaining the trust and security in my marriage. This experience has reaffirmed the strength of our relationship and my wife's faith in me.